Hello, everyone, and welcome to C.Miro Consulting's free webinar on Facebook Timeline for Business Pages, What You Need to Know. I am very excited to be presenting on this topic. I know it's a really hot topic. As you know, Facebook announced that on March 30th, they will be transitioning all business pages to this new timeline format. So a lot of people are concerned and definitely wanted to cover those changes for everybody so you know what you're getting into and what to be prepared for, and also how to optimize your page for it. So I wanted to also announce that this is the first in a series of free Wednesday webinars that C.Miro Consulting will be hosting for our community. So if you're not already part of our community, go to cmiroconsulting.com, sign up for our mailing list so I can make sure and let you know about upcoming trainings and free resources like this on a variety of topics from the world of web marketing. So we're excited about that, and we're glad you're here. If you have some questions, please put them into the chat window, and we'll make sure to address them at the end during our Q&A. And lastly, we'll be also sharing a PDF that we've put together. It's 2 pages of just the general main points of timeline. So it's called Tips for an Effective Timeline, and everybody who registered for the webinar will get a copy of that emailed to them. Great, so let's get started. All right, so today's agenda, we're going to cover what is timeline? What are the key differences and the features of the old versus the new format? What are the new rules and do's and don'ts? Because Facebook announced a new set of policies and procedures, and there are definitely some things in there that you want to take advantage of understanding, and also that you want to adhere to as a page admin. There's also, I'll be covering the options that you have for managing your timeline content. It's a little bit of a different approach to how you share information and how you can share information. Also, the most important thing, a lot of people are concerned about how to brand and customize with this new format. So how to get the most from your cover design and your page branding so that your page looks good and is branded to your business look. Facebook welcome tabs as well. It seems as though landing pages are gone, but they're not really, and so I'll share with you how you can still implement those custom landing pages, and also how you can manipulate and optimize each feature within Timeline to maximize engagement. And lastly, I'll give you tips and an action plan so that you can today implement all the things that we've shared, and you can optimize your page for Timeline. And at the end, we'll have some Q&A for anything we didn't cover and lingering questions that you want to know. All right, so who am I? I am your teacher today. My name is Claudia Miro, and I am an entrepreneur first and foremost, and I'm also the Chief Idea Officer and Consultant for C.Miro Consulting. We like to say that we're in the business of empowered web marketing. We like to help people own and manage their own web presence through web marketing strategy, communications, and design services. And we also do social media and SEO. We really focus on making sure that your online platforms are all working for your particular goals, so website and blog design and optimization. My personal passion is really anything that has to do with how human beings interact and engage and share ideas. And so the web really became a passion for me a few years ago, especially. And I love it. I love empowering and supporting entrepreneurs who have great products, services, and ideas, nonprofits with amazing causes to take on the web and get their message out to more people in more effective ways. So if you'd like to follow and connect with me, I'm at C.Miro on Twitter, and I would absolutely love to connect with you and get to know more about you. So let us know for future topics what you'd like to see on these trainings as well. I'd love to hear from you and address those. All right, so with that, jumped ahead. What is certain? I love this slide. So the only things that I know are certain in life are death, taxes, and Facebook changes. So I bring this up because Facebook is notorious for making a lot of changes that kind of totally change the whole way that you're used to doing things, and it can seem very overwhelming. You can look a lot like this guy. Every time they announce something else, it's like, oh gosh, one more thing just when I thought I was getting the hang of it. But I think that if you really do accept that this is just an inevitability of not only the web, but the world that we live in, you can really learn that you don't have to know everything about them, just what matters and what is important and sort of what applies to you. So it's a matter of time before they're going to change some things, but you can actually look at the positive, and that's why I'm here, is to show you how you can take advantage of the changes. There's a lot of great stuff with the new timeline format that I will share with you today. And the last thing too is your business should be focused on providing this amazing product or service to your customers, and you should be focusing on what you're great at. So never ever should your business depend on one particular function or feature of a Facebook fan page. That's a supplement, that's a way to connect with your audience, but it definitely shouldn't be the end all be all of your business. So it will change over time. Today it's Facebook, tomorrow it'll be something else, but just go with it and focus on what it is that you do best, and go out there and get the resources to help you with the stuff that maybe isn't your cup of tea, and that's why you're here, right? To learn how to do that. So with that, let's go ahead. What is it that they announced? Well, Facebook announced that on March 30th, they're going to switch everybody over to this new timeline format. Before then, you have the chance to preview it before you publish this new format. But as of March 30th, they're just going to go ahead and do it for you. So hopefully we get ahead of the game here and beat them to the punch so that we are proactive instead of reactive. All right, so an overview of Timeline. This is the C.Miro Consulting Timeline fan page. As you can see, there's a lot of above the fold space, which is above the, what is seen on the top half of the screen when you first get there. And that is all virtually mostly customizable. So I'll share with you all of those different pieces and how you want to optimize it, what settings you want it to be and all that. But as you can see, there's a lot of branding power. And I want to just kind of go through each of the different features. So first, let's go ahead and cover some of these key differences and new features that you'll notice on Timeline. So the first thing that a lot of people were concerned about is that there are no more landing pages. So this can at first seem very scary. All of the social media gurus told us that we needed these great custom pages that would convert traffic and visitors into paying clients. And so you had these embedded forms where people could sign up for your mailing list. You had, like us and we'll give you this. Well, no more of those. When you get to Timeline, it's sort of a level playing field in that all of the layouts look essentially the same with this new Timeline. But like I said, I will share with you how those pages are still going to be active and useful. Cover images, essentially the cover image is what they're calling the big banner at the top of the new Timeline. That's replacing the default landing tabs. Another exciting thing that I'll share with you is that each tab, each app that you're able to install as a custom tab on your page is a custom URL. So it's essentially a page within your Facebook fan page that you can send direct people to. So that's an exciting feature. I'll explain a little bit more in a little bit. And a new admin panel. So this I do want to cover because the new admin panel, as with most Facebook changes, they like to sneak things into the admin settings, and I really like going over this because it's important, especially if you're empowering yourself to own and manage your Facebook fan page, or if anybody that's doing it for you, you need to know what your settings are. So the admin panel has been definitely tweaked, and a lot of people get overwhelmed with this small little part of Facebook, the settings. How do I do this? How do I get to this? You want to always customize your page. So let's go ahead and do this live, and that way I can share with you what this looks like. Okay. Here we go. So this is our Facebook fan page. And if you notice, over here on the right-hand side, there's the admin panel. So I'm going to, and this used to say edit page. And so now it says admin panel, and it's sort of a peekaboo effect. So when you click on the admin panel button, your admin panel pops up. And so what you have over here on the left-hand side is you have notifications. So this is all activity on your Facebook fan page, the recent activity. And when you click on See All, it will open up everything. So this just gives you the sort of the top ones, and then you can also scroll a little bit down the page. There's also new likes. So specifically of the activity that you want to keep tabs on is who's liking your page. And that's a really important thing. You can also, why don't you say hi to those people? Give them a little acknowledgement for liking your page. It's a really good thing to engage and track who is it? Where are they coming from? And then insights is you can basically, Facebook has some great analytics, and the analytics in the new Facebook timeline, some of the added features are really great. And so you as a page owner can manage what kind of activity is working for your page, what kind of things is getting the most traction that you're posting. And so this is all very good stuff. And this sort of gives you a dashboard view of your admin settings. And then also there's some page tips down here and messages. This is one thing I wanted to call out is messages, direct messages to a page is something brand new in this new timeline. Because in the past, you could not. You could just post on a page's wall, but you couldn't direct message the page, the brand, or the business. But Facebook has now made it so where fans and non-fans, depending on how you set up your page, can message your business page directly. However, a business page can only answer to direct messages. They cannot initiate direct messages. And they do this so that you're not, as a business, spamming people. So this is a very interesting new feature. And it's also really good to note that, this is where you would see your messages. So up here too, you have 3 tabs. You have Manage, Build Audience, and Help. Okay, so when you click on Manage and it drops down, it gives you that same edit page feature. So it's just a little bit more hidden. So when you go to Manage, you're going to click on Edit Page, and now you've got all of these familiar little features that were always in your old page, and they're just, like I said, a little bit more hidden. And they have changed a few things in here, so I recommend that all of you go in and just make sure that all of your settings, particularly your general settings, when you click on your settings and manage permissions, Facebook has a default social mentality. So when they make changes, a lot of the times they will make certain features social or public by default. So you share things by default. You want to make sure that you know exactly what your page is set up to do and not to do, and share and not share. So go through all these settings one by one and just make sure that, and if you don't understand, then send us a message and we'll maybe try and post it in a blog or something like that. So I won't go through all these because there's a lot, but what you do want to know is that basically over here to the right on the page, you'll click on View Page and it'll take you right back. Okay, so again, under Manage, you've got that Edit Page feature. You've got Use Activity Log, See Banned Users. You can actually ban users from your page. And then it gives you the option to switch back and forth between using Facebook as you, personal profile, or as your business page profile. So I'm currently using Facebook as my personal, but I could also switch and use Facebook as Claudia Miro, C.Miro Consulting, which is my business page. Okay, people, this is that first manage settings right here in the admin panel. The next tab over is called Build Audience. So under here is where you're going to invite email contacts, invite friends, share your page, create an ad, and basically grow your Facebook fans. And so now you can invite emails from outside of Facebook, or you can also invite your personal Facebook friends on your personal profile. You can also share the page by posting it onto other pages and other places on Facebook. Help, again, is just another help. And then when you're done with this admin page, you're going to hide the admin panel. And there you go. It hides it. And then you've got the button over here on the right for when you want to reveal it again. Okay, so that essentially covers all of the admin panel settings that I think are worth calling out.